How you doing, everyone? Scott back again, this time for my top 10 metal songs of all time. In the last video, part 1, I did 25 down to 11. So these are basically my songs that I kind of phrased it in the last video. They wouldn't be the best songs, but they're my favourite songs. These are the songs that have kind of got me through my kind of journey of metal, that have kind of like stuck with me. And although you probably wouldn't agree with mine, these are the ones that kind of really resonate with me and stand out, and I'm now going to do my top 10. So I'm going to dive right in. Number 10 is the lead track of Armoured Saint and Symbol of Salvation, and it's the first song, Rain of Fire. Absolutely love this song. This was my introduction to Armoured Saint, and ever since, it's almost, I feel sorry for the rest of the album because it kind of tops out in the first song. I absolutely love the riff that's in it. John Bush sounds awesome as ever. It's just a really excellent metal song, especially the riffing though. It's clever and it really just stands out to me. So number 10 is Rain of Fire from Armoured Saint. My introduction to Armoured Saint, just awesome. Number 9 is going to be from Metal Church, The Dark, their second release, and it's the song that really stood out to me on this album, and it's the song Method to Your Madness. This kind of storyline of being at war and walking with the troops, and it's just an amazing song. David Wayne sounds amazing. The way he can kind of fluctuate from his ranges, from his kind of raspy delivery to a more like really soft, just more singer style is just amazing. Like the chord changes in it, it's just everything encased. It's not even really like the guitars or anything in this, it's just a really well composed metal song. You know, it's got those like faster moments in the verses, and it slows down into the chorus where David Wayne just really shines. So Metal Church, Method to Your Madness from The Dark comes in at number 9. Amazing track. Coming in at number 8 is the standout track on Spreading the Disease by Anthrax, and it's the song Medusa. The riff in that is just so catchy, becomes an earworm as soon as you hear it. Me and Andy, Cloud the Milder, went to see Anthrax a few weeks ago, and that was the track that I was kind of looking forward to hearing. That's the one that really stands out for me from Anthrax. I mean, I could have gone through all of Among the Living. You know, like Anthrax have got some amazing songs, but Medusa is just the standout, and it's these simple riffs. It's the simple riffs that really stand out to me. It doesn't have to be technical. It doesn't have to be, you know, noodling all over the place. It's just simple and it just sounds great. So Medusa by Anthrax comes in at number 8. Number 7, staying with the big 4. This comes off Rust in Peace by Megadeth, and this is a kind of crossover song that Metal Mickey mentioned, and it's Holy Wars, Punishment Due. It's just awesome. This was, I'd heard bits and pieces of Megadeth, but never really kind of dived right in, and this was the first album that I kind of dived, maybe it was the second album. I think I listened to Peace Sells first, but this is just the, you know, kicking off with Holy Wars. The first riff, and I think in fact I watched the video and I was just like, oh, you fucker, this is a great track. So yeah, Holy Wars, just an amazing, well-composed song, great guitars, great theme as well. Talk about religion and all that kind of stuff, and it just makes no sense. So yeah, Holy Wars by Megadeth comes in at number 7. Going on to some kind of sleazy metal. This comes from Wildside and Under the Influence. The song is Lad in Sin. I'm going to pick for my number 6. So this is like a really well stylized hair metal album. Came out in 1992, so obviously really late for when it came out. But just an album as a whole is awesome. But the track that really stands out is Lad in Sin. It's really dark. Like I said, it's more of a kind of like party album. It's got its ballads, it's got its upbeat, up-tempo, kind of fun songs, but it takes a kind of turn with the song Lad in Sin. Like I said, it's dark, it's sinister, it's really metal. Really crunchy guitars in it. It's just a great song. It's the definite standout, and one of my favourite songs of all time. I just love it. Of this whole kind of genre, it's a fantastic track. So Lad in Sin by Wildside is my number 6. Back to the big 4, and this is the crossover song that we have mentioned. Harvester of Sorrow from And Justice for All, Metallica. I've mentioned this before in a video, I think it might have been the Metal Tag, but this is such an earworm song for me. The simple, again, back to these simple riffs, it just sticks in your head. It's an amazing song. The whole album's killer, but it's these simple, rhythmic kind of riffs that always stand out to me. Highlighted by the drums. I know everyone hates Lars, but I think everything just really pieces together well here. Just an amazing song. Definitely my favourite Metallica song. So Harvester of Sorrow comes in at number 5. Next up, we've got Rob Halford going thrash. Fight, War of Words from, I think this was 1993. Yeah, 1993. And again, it's the first track on the album, Into the Pit. Absolutely awesome. As if Rob Halford wasn't great enough with Judas Priest, I think he just absolutely bangs it out the park with Fight. There's a few tracks on here I could have picked because they're all very kind of groove laden, thrashy as well. You know, just a bit heavier than Priest. It's 1983. Pantera's around. This is obviously got influences from Pantera. I could have picked the song Kill It. That's also amazing. But Into the Pit, it's basically Judas Priest gone thrash. Rob Halford just sounds absolutely awesome. You know, really picking up the pace, kind of like aggression wise, and I just love that song. Absolutely awesome. So Into the Pit by Fight comes in at number 4. Number 3. This is a song that's kind of stuck with me for so long. As I was kind of not moving away, but kind of sidetracking from all the hair metal and all that kind of stuff, I kind of started picking up on the more extreme stuff, and I kind of moved on to a bit of power metal, and then moved on to Children of Bodom, classed as melodic death metal. I don't know if I'd go that far. It's melodic. I wouldn't say it's. I don't think it's even got death vocals, but raspy vocals. So it was kind of like a step up from what I was listening to, and I just loved this stuff. So the song I'm going to pick is Every Time I Die. Absolutely insanely tremendous, if that goes together in a sentence. I just absolutely, that song will stay with me until the day I die. I remember listening to it for the first time, and it's again these rhythmic, heavy guitars. Just, I mean, if you listen to maybe the first couple of minutes of this track, you'll kind of understand what I mean. You could imagine it live. You could imagine it on a big stage, and the band just going fucking crazy. Just an amazing track. So that's number 3. Every Time I Die, Children of Bodom. Just tremendous. Number 2, this might not be a surprise for some. It's going to be Motley Crue, and again, first track off the album, Wild Side. Story behind this: I bought this album. This is kind of the album that got me into metal, so I had to pick something from it, and it just so happens Wild Side is one of my favourite songs ever. When I first got this, I kept skipping the first track. I bought it on CD, and I kept skipping the first track to Girls, 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 because that was the song that I knew. We'd listen to the full album and go back, skip the first track, and listen to Girls, Girls, Girls onwards again. I didn't know that the first song, Wild Side, would turn out to be one of my favourite songs ever. It's just an amazing metal track. Whatever you think of Motley Crue, that track is such a standout in their catalogue. It's well written. It's got like kind of like the Lord's Prayer, but you know, from like the other side of the gutter, if you know what I mean. It's really well put together, and for the state these guys were in, that was one of the really class songs that came out of them at that time. So Wild Side, absolutely awesome. Motley Crue, love it. And number 1, you know, it's always hard to pick your favourite song, but I suppose you've got to kind of whittle it down, and this is definitely the song that just stands out to me pretty much head and shoulders above every other metal song, because it's just one that I love to hear, watch live. I love to just, I mean, I could listen to it every day and I would just never get bored of it, because there's so much going on. It's a long song, and it's got a lot in it. The riffings in it, there's amazing guitar harmonies in it. So I'm just going to show you what it is. Rime of the Ancient Mariner by Iron Maiden. By far my favourite metal track of all time. It might be an obvious one, but I mean, it's just an absolute classic. I just love it. When I first heard the studio version, I just thought, it blew my mind. And then I went on to just watch it live, and it just, you know when bands, obviously, they don't do exactly what it sounds like on the studio album. I just thought, all right, okay, that's different there, and all that, this lead guitar part's a bit different there, and I wanted to pick it all apart, because it was such an amazing track. It's got that midsection where it's telling you that story of, you know, the ship is like floating in the middle of the ocean, and the floorboards are creaking, and you've got the voiceover, and it's got atmosphere. It's just got everything in one track. So Iron Maiden and Rime of the Ancient Mariner, just absolutely fantastic. So there we go. That's my list. That was my top 10. Thanks everyone for watching. I will be back very soon with a update. I think it'll be CDs and vinyl. But in the meantime, you can let me know what you think of my list, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Cheers.